Hi guys, today we'll be talking about a famous Argentina robber who robbed a bank and told the police to get them a pizza so they would surrender. But before we start this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. In 2006, an army of police officers went all around the bank in Argentina and tried to tell the robbers to surrender, but the criminals inside took hostages and told the police to bring them a pizza. After the police brought the pizza, one robber told the police they were ready to surrender. But when the police went into the bank, the robbers were nowhere. The robbers had disappeared with the police not knowing where they went. The police saw that all the money was gone, almost $20 million. 2006 is when this happened, and it was the largest bank robbery in all of Argentina. The bank was robbed from 4 people. The first, which was the leader, was Fernando. The second was Sebastian, the third was Beto, and the last one was Luis. This story began when the leader, Fernando, went to his doctor and told them he wanted to rob a bank. And the doctor asked, "Where did you get that idea from? And why?" He said he needs money and he's been thinking about it a lot. The next day, Fernando went on his bike and looked for large banks. He saw one and decided that was the one he was going to rob. It was called Banco Rio. He decided to rob this bank because it was a rich area and also because rich people deposit a lot of money into that bank. Fernando made many different plans so he can make robbing the bank easy for him. His first plan was to just go in the bank when it was open and rob the money and drive away. But it was unsafe and it would take long. The second idea was to break into the bank from a tunnel underground. But because of the bank's security system, they would after a little be caught. Both methods would get him caught. But he decided to take his second plan and dig a tunnel to the vault. Fernando thought he should rent a hotel next to the bank on the lowest floor and dig through the ground to the bank. But when he was walking outside the bank, he saw the sewer doors open, which means that there was already a tunnel underground. Fernando decided to keep going until he found the big sewer opening, and he found one and decided to go down and explore more. First, the tunnel was shaped like a square, but as he kept going, he found the circle tunnel, where the bank was right on top of him. So then, Fernando decided that he needs to find someone that could help him because he cannot do all this by himself. The first person he went to tell was Sebastian, and Fernando showed Sebastian his whole entire plan to rob the bank. Even the tunnel, Sebastian decided to agree. The first thing they did was go into the tunnel and look at it well. The second thing they did was go to the sewer openings on the road and put a measuring tape through it, so they could know their location and how deep it was. The second thing they did was go inside the bank and take secret pictures and act as clients so they can gain access to the vault where all the money was. The vault was underground and that was better for them because it was closer to the tunnel. They needed a blueprint of the bank so they could see everything. So they decided to go to the room that had the blueprint and steal it. Fernando needed more people to help him, and he decided Beto was a good other person. He had robbed banks in the past, and he had big criminal history, and he had experience in guns. Fernando asked if Beto had enough money for this robbery, but Beto said he didn't. But he could sell his truck, and he would have enough money for the robbery. The doctor that he talked to also helped him plan this robbery out. Fernando then needed one more person, Louis. Louis had done many bank robberies and was in prison for 15 years. So he helped Fernando. Fernando decided that they had a whole team and they didn't need no more people. All four members studied the bank and learned more about the bank. They all went down to the side of the tunnel that Fernando found that was under the bank, and then they studied the side width and angles. They did this so when they actually did the bank robbery, it would all go correct. Then they bought the tools they needed to rob the bank. They bought many drills so they could get the bank, but this took long, so they decided to do the second thing, which was not let all of the security systems and alarms go off, because in this bank, if you put your foot on the floor, all the alarms will go off. So Fernando decided to make a suit that would lower his body heat when doing the bank robbery, so the security systems would not know and the alarms would not go off. But still, they would be caught because they were going to take long. But one day, Fernando and his team were planning and decided to go through the tunnel into the vault while the bank was closed or doing an armed robbery. The next thing Fernando did was search if anyone ever escaped a bank through a tunnel. But he found nothing, so this was a smart idea because the police wouldn't think they were going to escape from a tunnel. He told his team about this plan, and they were all happy and agreed to his idea. Now they had to take guns with them because they were going to do an armed robbery. This took them about a year. They decided to get a van and place it onto the hole. They dug and dug a hole into the van so they could get into the tunnel and nobody would know. Everything was done, but the last thing was that they would take long to open every single door in the vault to get all the money. So Sebastian, the engineer, made a tool that could open the locks and doors in seconds. After all these plans, everything was ready and the team was ready for the bank robbery. Sebastian was the only one who went into the tunnel and waited for his team's signal to go into the vault. When they made sure everything was ready, they all went into the bank with guns and made the employees and clients hostages. After the police was called, Fernando had a trick to take on of the hostages and go outside the bank where the police was and pretended like he wanted to escape and went back into the bank, and he said the robberies were going to escape from the front, but he lied because he was the robber. But the police didn't know that. Luis, the other member, had to get the security out of the room because he could see everything they were going to do and could just tell the police. So Luis took a hostage and put a gun onto her head, so the security guard would get out and not let the police know anything. After this, Sebastian let Fernando knew that he could come out and rob the vault. And Fernando heard Sebastian moving a cabinet from where the hole they made was so nobody would know. Sebastian then opened the vault and started opening the little money deposit boxes so it would be fast for Fernando to take all the money fast. They opened around 150 boxes and kept taking the money. Then Luis said it was time for the escape plan because they were done robbing the bank. But before they escaped, Luis told the police they were done, but if the police took them, they would not have any food and they would be hungry. So he told the police to go get some pizza. And Luis told them to get the farthest pizza restaurant so they would have more time to escape. When they came out the hole, they put a bomb and got onto a small boat so they could get through the tunnel and went to a safe house they had. And they turned on the TV to see what was happening, and the team was surprised because they saw the police was still getting the pizza and still hasn't broke in the bank. Then they were watching TV relaxed, waiting to see what the police would do after. They saw the team escaped. After they got the pizzas and the chef, police tried to call Louis, but they had already escaped, and the police then just went into the bank, but they found no one and only the hostages. The police were confused because they escaped and they found no evidence. After searching for a while, they finally found a hole. But the problem was they found the bomb that the team had put before they escaped. The team was celebrating after they got all the money. The bank said the team took about $20 million, but after a while, they were all caught because of the team's wife, who snitched on everything, and the police found all of them, but the police couldn't find all the money because of the tricky spots the team put them. This was all about the biggest Argentina robberies in the world. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you guys can see when we upload a new video. Bye!